Hello, hello. Just need to make sure the sound is working 1 second.
Things.
Met a new fixer. Gave me a job. Name's Dexter Deshawn.
Known quantity from the afterlife. No denying you're moving up.
But something you're not telling me, Vic?
Looks like everything's working.
Keep your guard up, that's all. I've heard some things about Dex. He's not as chill as he makes himself out to be.
Need some new kit, but tools, not toys, Vic. Time I bumped up my sights and got a grip.
Really? Now? Finally?
Vic, shit's getting real. Got a job from Dex Deshawn, hitting the major leagues. Need tech that can perform.
The Dexter Deshawn? Well, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Have 20,000? No, I don't.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the Eddies later, with interest. You know I will.
Last time. You hear?
So,
Chair, please. Sit down and relax.
I've been experimenting a lot. Like, I played this game originally on a 7700K and a 1070
Roshi Optics.
GTX
Best I've got.
NVIDIA.
Should be about right under the circumstances.
I don't like speaking over characters, so that's why I kind of shut up when they start talking.
Now jack in. You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
I wish there was like a sequence like this for, every time you went to the Ripper dock. That would be really cool. I know why there isn't. It's fine, but still. Also, anyway, as I was saying before, so I played through this originally on a 7700K with an NVIDIA GTX 1070 and I think 16 gigs of RAM or something like that. And I had to do some finagling with the resolution. I was sub 1080p, but I got decent performance. Since then, I've upgraded. And I tried really hard to get a 3070, and it didn't work out. How hard it was to get. So I tried to get this 3070, and I'm not going to fucking pay scalper prices, So what I do is I try really hard to get something in the 30 series line. If it was a 3080 and I had to pay more, fine. If it was a 3060 and I got less performance, fine. I wound up getting a 3060 Ti. And you would think that going from a 1070 to a 3060 Ti would allow me to play this game on my PC with some RTX things turned on at a decent frame rate. And it just kind of doesn't work out. And what I'm finding going back and forth, this thing has cross save now, so I can go back and forth between. And I actually think it runs better on my PS5, which is nuts. I mean, if you have a 3070 or a 3080 and you make some adjustments or you have a better processor or, whatever, you can certainly make, if you have the right stuff, you can make it look better on PC. And PC certainly has all the mods and whatnot. But I would define this as comfy, the PS5 version. So, oh boy, we're dropping frames. No, whatever. I'm pretty sure that these frame drops are my connection and they just happen. And I've streamed on Twitch, on YouTube, Picardo, and I always have these frame drop issues, and I have decided to ignore them. Oh, oh God, it hurts though, and it shouldn't be like this. But you know, it is what it is. And like I was looking around, last night for um alternatives where I live. There aren't any. There absolutely aren't any. I pay $100 a month for my
Mark 1, like I said.
my stuff.
Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your face as a blur. And just remember, your body will still show up as crystal clear. This should do the trick. Talks to Kuroshi Tech, too.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Excellent. Let's do this. Lay that major league arm of yours right here. Just like that. Thanks. Now, a bit of anesthetic and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Same as always. Don't feel a thing. You ask me that every time, you know.
Okay, this is getting a little nuts. Hold on.
Sure thing, kid. I mean, not like there's any risk of a stroke or paralysis, but what do I know? I'm just a doctor. That's what I thought. Lights out for a minute, all right? Okay, let's test this. See the magic in action. Linking you in. You might feel a little discomfort at first. Blurred vision, low contrast, glitches.
Yeah, my internet connection can't do this. I think I can't stream.
Feel all right to you?
I think what I'm gonna have to do, if I do any kind of video content, it's gonna have to be pre-recorded and uploaded to YouTube or Twitch or wherever. Because I'll give them a call tomorrow and say, hey, what the fuck is up? Or today, actually. I'll give them a call today and be like, hey, what the fuck is up with my internet connection being absolute fucking dog shit? Like, I pay. Okay, so right now, I'm struggling. It's like they heard me and suddenly fixed it. It's struggling. Hold on. It is struggling to upload 3,000 kilobytes per second. 3,000 to 4,000, somewhere in there. And I pay for 10 megabytes per second. Now, even if I got, typically, you get about 70% of the speed that you pay for. Like if you pay 100 for 100 megabytes, you're very likely going to get around 70, which is fine. You know, the infrastructure being what it is, I understand. But let me tell you, when I pay for 10 and can't get 3, that's a problem. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep going, see if this clears up or not. But, yeah, I'm not a fan.
All day?
Oh, this is fantastic, Vic.
Oh, beautiful. Time for the scanner. It might take you a few seconds to adjust, but first time's rarely the charm, with anything, really. Scanner should eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions. I also injected an NCPD file search. Run into any ne'er-do-wells? You know exactly what they ne'er did well. It ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new sight.
ammo count.
How about the neurovirus from the last job? Can you check it?
Done and gone while we were putting in your implant. And a full sweep on your soft and circuits. Zap the critter. You're certified bug-free.
Shit, Victor, not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
What am I looking at?
A mild stim. Should boost neurotransmission in the short term and muffle some of the side effects while the implant takes.
You're the best, Vic. I owe you.
Go on, kid. Show them what you're made of. And once you hit the big leagues, don't forget where you came from.
Okie doke.
Heart chakra looks a little out of whack, baby.
When I first played this game, Jackie was sort of like right here, sort of floating in midair.
Reds.
Great.
Yo, listen up. I talked to Dex while you were in with the doc. He's waiting in his ride. For you. Ain't but a hop to where he's parked. Next to Gramsci Burgers.
Okay. Do my best to talk us up.
V, listen. I've got this delicate matter. That's why I called you. The number of cyber psycho attacks in the city is on the rise. Now that's probably not news to you, but this issue matters to me for a few reasons. There are people who say cyber psychosis can be treated.
Right.
And I know exactly how that sounds, but I believe even an unproven therapy is still better than a bullet to the brain. If I get a tip about a possible attack, I'll give you a call. Maybe you can investigate before Max Tack hits the...
Look at those pants.
But remember, you're not there to execute anybody. Try to incapacitate the attacker, and I'll send someone to pick him up.
I'm distracted, lady. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yo, Miss V. A pleasure.
Dexter
Well,
Deshawn in the flesh. Ample indeed.
Let's roll. Mind if I ask you something right off the bangle? Would you rather live in peace as Miss Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory smelling near like posies without seeing your 30th? Miss V?
This some sort of test.
Huh.
Just a pet topic of mine.
I mean, riddles?
No, Miss V. Ontology. All right, listen close. Scanning a serious job now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing...
I would
scab.
kind of like to live to old age and complete obscurity, personally. As long as I'm, like, not destitute. As long as I can, like, feed myself.
Hang on. Got a question of my own now. Why all this, Dex? Why me? Could have had Jackie or T-Bug sitting here. Could have just done this on comms.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like to look anyone I do biz with in the eye. Had the pleasure of meeting the Jackster in the past, and Sweet T-Bug helped this brother out 2 years ago. So here we are. Besides all that, got a special little pre-mission just for you. But we'll get to that.
Let me hear it. What's the job?
There's this prototype tech. A biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it. Simple.
Guessing it belongs to a corp?
Mm-hmm. Arasaka. Surely that's no problem.
No, no problem. Just a death sentence. NC's Arasaka's turf. Nobody fucks with them here.
What can I say, Miss V? High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife. Besides that, I'm no leadhead. Ain't gonna leave no trace for them to follow, cause we gonna do this clean and on the hush-hush. We understand each other?
You work this out? Got a plan?
Frames.
Two
The
things.
frames.
First,
Please stop dropping. I beg you.
needs active resolving that.
I see it.
Rendezvous. Simple.
I see it dropping.
Who brought us the job's anxious. She wants to parlay with one of the team.
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Got a beef?
Slot in the shard. Got a classic tale for you. Psycho Gang doing its thing 2 weeks back.
You know what? This is driving me. I know no one's here. I know I'm talking to myself. I know this is something that no one's going to see. But I got to say, I am personally very annoyed that I can't have a good stream because of my connection. It is not a computer thing. It's not a router thing. Like, I've replaced the router several times. I've streamed on several different computers. And as long as I've had Cox internet, I have had these issues. And I have seen other streamers with Cox have these issues. And it is completely unacceptable. It's unacceptable in terms of, like, I am paying so much money a month for a good internet connection. And like just ridiculous amounts of money for a good internet connection. And there are people who just live in a different area and they get fiber internet and have no problems. And there's no fiber internet here, and it's frustrating. So this was mostly a connection test. I wanted to see how long it would like if it would make a full, because so far about 20% of the frames sent have dropped, and that is purely down to the connection. The computer is good enough to stream. The all my equipment is good enough. It's just the internet connection. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it here. I was going to try and make it an hour, but with about 20% of the frames dropping, the test is pretty much concluded. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I would have liked to stream, but I think what I'll do, since I have all this equipment for like sound and video making and whatnot, I'll just make videos and post them on YouTube and Twitch until I can get like a stable connection out of these people that I pay a ridiculous amount of money to every year. Like a good portion of my income goes towards my internet. It's ridiculous. It is very dumb. This is the worst service. So yeah. If anybody's there, if anybody's watching, lurking or whatever, just know that I appreciate you hanging out through this test, frustrating as it's probably been. And we'll see how things go. I don't know if I'm going to stream, but I do want to make use of this in some way or another. Also, I'm sort of preparing myself to get back to like making art regularly, like making pinups, making, all kinds of stuff. So that's going to be a thing. It is. And this is just sort of making sure that the quality is what it should be. And it isn't, at least not right now. So yeah, thanks for joining me if anybody happens to be there. And I will see you when I see you. This is ridiculous.